Thank you for your question. For your first question, you asked about what would happen in Doral with that space if the Airport West site is selected. So as we talked about a little bit earlier, we would need to build a transfer station in that site, and yes, that transfer station would be needed for the duration, for the reasons that we.
For those 10 years.
No, we will need the transfer station forever. Well, till, as long as we are operating, as long as we have garbage, as long as we have a waste energy facility, as long as we're collecting the Doral and the neighboring communities, we need to have a transfer station.
It's just that we're not gonna have that incinerator, but it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be worse.
So the decision tomorrow is about the site for a campus. That would include waste to energy. That's the decision tomorrow. Will the commission bring up other matters like transfer facilities and the like? Yes, because they're incorporated in their thinking about the sites. But we're not going to build an incinerator someplace else while we're waiting, to move forward on the site that is selected. So these things take a very long time to build. You have the timeline, if it were to be built in Doral, would be a little bit shorter because some permitting already exists and the site is already it has access to utilities and things that are needed. So it would be a little shorter and a little less expensive to build it there. That isn't our recommendation because we have other factors that we took into account.
Hi, good evening to you all. My name is Daniella Levin Cava. I live here in Doral. It really breaks my heart that our problem is going to be the problem of anybody else. I really don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I'll be there for sure. But I want to know two things. In the case that the West Airport solution is taken and it is going to last 10 years to be built, what's going to happen in a while in Doral? What's going to happen in that space? I heard that you need that space for operational reasons, but is it going to be like forever for those 10 years? Is it going to be permanently? Well, what's going to happen with that space? And if it's going to be only for a little period of time, what's going to happen next with that space? And if no decision is taken tomorrow, what's going to happen in Doral? It's going to be the same.
Location, and they live 5 miles away. They say not in my backyard. Well, my kids live a few hundred feet away from the location, and there is a school that my kids go to that it's only a few hundred square feet of our location. So, considering that, Doral is the most expensive place you can choose to build, because if there's people giving everything to protect trees. By the way, trees don't talk. Trees don't cry. And you don't think we're going to protect our kids, so we will use every avenue possible to protect our kids, which don't live 5 miles away. They live hundreds of feet, and there's a school right there. So I want to give the kids the message that they just are putting there within a few hundred feet of their school and their homes. There's so many kids. So it was just a comment and a reminder. Thank you.
With any decision that we make. And, as they say, that's why they pay me the big bucks. I certainly am sad to be in this position, but it's my obligation to make what I consider the most responsible recommendation. That to be said, no, we can't totally calculate it because we don't know exactly what it will look like. As far as heat, clearly we are trying to be leaderful on the subject of heat. We are leaderful on the subject of carbon reduction, on electrification, on solarization, and everything that we can within our allowable meaningful limits do to reduce emissions. That to be said, I understand many have questioned whether a waste-to-energy plant contributes and to what extent, and our analysis would show that it is actually less injurious than other options. However, does that mean that it's ideal? Probably not, but it's where we find ourselves today. And will we continue to learn? Of course we will, and will we continue to try to reduce our impact? Of course we will.